have every confidence that Bitcoin will become a bubble and crypto, because it has all the things you need to become a bubble. It has the narrative that this is a new paradigm and that these things can't be valued using traditional valuation metrics. And the same exact as the tech bubble, right? Tech stocks were going to use the internet, which no one really knew exactly what was. And it didn't matter anymore if they'd made money because they were going to claim all this territory in like online commerce. The reason I bring that up is because at $1 trillion, the crypto bubble, if you will, is only 1/4 of the size that the tech bubble was in 1999 at its peak. It was 4 trillion. And the tech bubble, was really like a developed market phenomena with maybe like a billion total participants. Only 40% of American households buy securities. Probably the same percentage in Europe and in Singapore and Japan. So about a billion people that could buy tech stocks. And that was 20 years ago. So money is clearly worth a little bit less now, thanks to the continued deflation of the purchasing power of the dollar. So before this bubble gets to the mania phases of a similar bubble in the past, we can make some comparisons and think that we could easily get 4 times bigger than we are right now as far as hype. And because of the fact that anyone in the world can buy crypto, and that's kind of like the point. Now it brings banking to places where banking was unbanked, and the dollar's worth less now. Like, I think we can get to like a $8 or $10 trillion total market cap before we start to before this trend might end. So I think we could be 10% of the way into this crypto bubble, which is exciting, which would be consistent with some of the forecasts that we've received from these major banks, where they're saying that Bitcoin's going to 400,000. Well, that's about a 10x from here. And in an environment like that, where Bitcoin does 10x, you should see amazing things from altcoins. Hold on, it's going to be a fun couple of years. We have regulation coming our way in a significant way. I shared with the Blockchain Insiders WhatsApp channel a screenshot from a call that Daniel and I were on yesterday with Hester Pierce, chairwoman of the SEC, or commissioner of the SEC, for another 5-year term until 2025. Hester Peirce, I realize I've been saying this wrong. Hester Peirce is also referred to as Crypto Mom because she loves crypto, and she keeps writing dissent pieces that talks about things that say like, we as the SEC don't have to manipulate or require control over manipulation that's happening outside of our jurisdiction. We really only have control over things that are inside of our jurisdiction. So we have to make sure that a Bitcoin ETF isn't being manipulated, but we really can't make sure that like Bitcoin in some other countries isn't being manipulated. She's like, that's really not our job. She did say that because of the way that they've previously disallowed Bitcoin ETFs, by saying that the price manipulation was their major concern, she's made it kind of challenging for or not her, but the SEC in aggregate has made it kind of challenging for themselves to now all of a sudden approve a Bitcoin ETF. So she didn't really sound very optimistic on a Bitcoin ETF launching anytime soon. Wisdom Tree, which is an ETF sponsor, did join Atom, that's the Association for Digital Markets, who hosted this call, which is fabulous. Wisdom Tree is the first traditional 1940 Act mutual fund and ETF launching firm to join Atom. Up until now, Atom had been firms like Galaxy and Cumberland and Genesis. So now we have a giant Wall Street firm that's trying to launch ETFs as part of Atom. Atom definitely is looking like our firm, like our industry's SRO. SRO, for those of you not familiar, stands for Self-Regulatory Organization. Wall Street figured out a long time ago that with FINRA, which is Wall Street's self-regulating organization, that if you wait around for the government to make rules for your industry, then like you don't get good rules in time to protect people, because the government legislation is always very reactive, right? It's not until there's been people that have had terrible experiences that people demand laws. And then it ends up like slowing down the overall growth of the industry, but like a self-regulatory organization can keep better pace with innovation. And it looks like Atom is becoming the self-regulatory organization for crypto, which is fabulous, because the more regulations that we get in place and the more consumer protections, the more mom and pop investors, you know, America's mass affluent can start like allocating to this stuff directly in their 401ks. And like when that starts happening, the buyers of cryptocurrency are going to explode by a factor of 100. I still think that only about maybe 1 out of 100 baby boomer investors has any exposure to cryptocurrency at the moment. So Bitcoin and crypto at $1 trillion, it's a big round number. It's a real number. And I think we're going likely a lot higher, given some of the backdrop we've seen in institutional adoption.